From Jackson Ferguson Stadium here in Rossford, Ohio, the Toledo Sports Network proud to present the kickoff to the 2015 football season as the Rossford Bulldogs play host to the Bowling Green Bobcats. Hi everyone, my name is Mick Gonzalez here, joined of course by the Bomber, Mike Bauman. Anyhow, Bomber, hope springs eternal on week one of a high school football season. We'll start first with Bowling Green. You've got Dirk Connor over there his first year. They were in the playoffs for the first time in 14 years last season, so expectations probably running a little high.
Well, I think the big thing tonight to look for, Mick, is BG is a team that's turning their program around. Even though this is his first year at the helm, he's been an assistant the last couple of years under now AD Coach Seeliger. So really with BG, I think the thing tonight is these guys expect to win. It was a close game last year with Rossford the last couple of years. Offensively, they're switching to a flex bone. They came from a spread last year. Jordan Arrington is going to be the quarterback at the helm, so little switch up on offense, but this is a program that's turning things around and expects to win now.
Now, heading into his sixth year for Rossford is Todd Drewsback, and this is a guy who has slowly and methodically turned this program around where it used to be a doormat, and now it's not a doormat anymore.
Well, like BG, there's expectations now. The coaches believe these guys can win. The team believes they can win, and the interesting thing to look tonight for a quarterback for Rossford as well, Chase Bainey, who was an all-team NBC receiver last year, is now going to be under the quarterback position. They're going to be in a spread. Coach Drewsback likes his ability to run and pass. So offensively, two different things going on tonight with both teams, but both teams turning the program around, turning the culture around. Each of these cities are excited about football again, which is a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're looking forward to it. Of course, with Bowling Green and Rossford, hey, what do you expect? It's cats and dogs. We got the opening kickoff when we come back here as Rossford gets ready to take on Bowling Green, and the opening kickoff is next on the Toledo Sports Network. Rossford, Ohio. The Bulldogs won the toss and they elected to receive, so they'll start the 2015 football season with the ball. Mike Bauman, I tell you what, I look so forward to this each and every year. The opening kickoff, a new football season, and these young men out here on the field, they're just as geeked as I am.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're already back in football season, Mick, but I think the interesting thing about tonight, and we talked about it in the open, is these are two teams that are trying to turn around the program. You mentioned Coach Drew's back in his sixth year now. People are excited about football again in Rossford. They're excited about this program, and the same thing with BG. Even though this is Coach Connor's first year at the helm, he's been an assistant in the last couple of years under former head coach Scott Seeliger, now the athletic director out at BG. So both of these teams expect to come on the field, compete, and win. And don't forget, last year in the regional semis, Bowling Green really hung in there with Central Catholic. The Irish scored 2 touchdowns in the last 7 minutes of that game to get to the regional final. So this is a tough team tonight that's coming in to face the Bulldogs at home.
Well, Keller Math is set to kick off here for the Bobcats as he is lined up. Bobcats in their white jerseys with red numbers and red pants. And we are underway with the 2015 football season. Ball be taken at the 4-yard line, coming back the other way, up over the 15, the 20. And a great job of a return and a good job on coverage as number 20 for Rossford, that's Eric Davis. He's a guy that they're going to be relying on, too, for veteran leadership. He's a 6'1", 185-pounder, led the team in scoring with 18 touchdowns last year, and earned All-NBC second team. So it'll be 1st and 10, Mike, here at the 25. And, of course, well, Rossford, they're going to be looking to test this Bobcat defense early.
Yep, spread no huddle. You're going to see it from the Bulldogs this year. And big change, Chase Bainey, now the guy under center for the Bulldogs at the quarterback position. He was a first-team All-NBC wide receiver last year, but Coach Drew's back really likes his ability to run and throw. Big reason for that move this year.
1st and 10 here for the Bulldogs here in the opening series. In the shotgun. Man in motion, Bainey keeps it. He's going to go over the right side. Gets a block, gets back to the line of scrimmage, though. Good coverage there by the Bobcat defense. As he was stopped there by Brock Powers. He's another guy, too, that the Bobcats are going to be looking forward to seeing how his leadership skills apply on the field.
Well, in talking to Coach Connor before the game, Mick, he talked about in this base 4-4 defense being able to take basically what the offense gives them. There's a lot of things they can do out of their base fundamentally. So in a spread tonight, it's going to be interesting to see how Rossford tries to get these guys in the open field.
2nd and 9. They're going to pitch it out here on the left side, and it's pulled in. Great catch. And then making something out of nothing as he goes out of bounds for Rossford is Eric Davis. That was off his fingertips, pulled it in, and was able to make it work, and he picks up enough. Picks up enough for a first down here for Rossford. First and 10 here for Rossford, and I tell you what, that was a nice swing pass there that Davis was able to pull in off his fingertips.
Well, Davis really is a freak athlete, Mick. This kid is a great basketball player as well. We've seen him since he was a sophomore on the basketball court.
Now here trying to go up the gut. A pickup of maybe a couple of yards at most. In on the stop there for Bowling Green, Nathan Meyer.
Yeah, Nathan Meyer in there. Also Johnson, number 74, the senior, blowing it up. Great rush that time from the front four from the Bobcats. Just did a really good job of breaking that offensive pressure and getting the initial push on the line.
Clock continues to run, under 10:40 to go here in this opening quarter. It will be 2nd down and a long 8. Once again, an empty backfield. You got trips out to the left here for Rossford. Davis in motion, but we got flags, and, well, we had a little early movement there. So it's going to take the Bulldogs. Well, no, they're going to call it delay of game. So that'll drop it back 5 yards, though, and that never makes a head coach happy.
Well, and these types of things you do kind of expect. Obviously, you want your guys to be ready for game time no matter what game it is, whether it's 1 or 10. But it's the first game of the year, getting those jitterbugs out. And especially in a no huddle, the communication really has to be there in this type of high-tempo, up-tempo offense.
So it'll be 2nd down. We'll call it a short 14. Ball at the 31. High snap. Bainey keeps it. Shakes off a tackle. Gets back near the original line of scrimmage. Picks up maybe an additional yard or two as he was brought down by number 60, Manny Carrillo. He's another guy that the Bobcats, they've looked to him for leadership. And I tell you, he is a guy that he's a hoss. He can bring them.
He can, and you see the quick feet of Bainey that time too, Mick, because flying off the edge on the blitz was Nathan Meyer, number 4, at that outside linebacker position from the Bobcats. And a good job by Chase Bainey with the quick feet to make something out of nothing and make it 3rd and reasonable here.
3rd and 7, the ball at the 33-yard or 38-yard line of the Bulldogs. Bainey's going to air it out. He's got a receiver complete inside Bowling Green territory, inside the 20. And taken down near the 12-yard line, Eric Davis with the haul. And a big play there by the Bulldogs here early on. 1st and 10 here for, we'll see where they say he stepped out, but we have a flag on the play. So it doesn't matter. It was roughing the passer against Bowling Green. So it's 1st down here for Rossford.
Yeah, let's see if they marked him out. He got tackled around the 10, so it would have been about a 53-yard pickup. But now they're going to move the ball even closer to the goal line because of the roughing the passer. And BG brought the house that time. And again, the poise from Chase Bainey make to stay in the pocket, deliver the pass right on the money to Eric Davis.
So it'll be 1st and goal, the ball at the 4-yard line. Ball beyond the left hash mark. 9:15 to go here in this opening quarter. Thank you so much for joining us here. Game 1 of the football season. Here's Davis taking the handoff, but he's met by a wall of Bobcats, and he is shut down. He may have even lost a half yard.
You know, so far the initial push has been pretty good for the Bobcats up front, Vic. One of the big guys in there that time was Jeremy Kristoff, number 63, on the bottom to kind of tie up Eric Davis's feet. But the thing about this offense, and even Coach Drewsback said what he wants to do, they not only get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, but try to get the hands of their playmakers in space. But so far that front four for BG has done a pretty decent job up the middle.
So it'll be 2nd and goal here for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 5-yard line. Now, once again, they try to run the ball close but no cigars. They'll spot it at about the 1-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal here for the Bulldogs. 8:20 to go here in this opening quarter.
Yeah, that time Bainey opts to keep it on the option. And again, pretty good pressure up the middle from the Bobcats defensive front.
So the play being sent in by Coach Todd Drewsbeck. Bainey barks it out as he sets up in the shotgun. Eric Davis in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. Davis will take it around the right side and take it in. Touchdown, Rossford Bulldogs. Followed his lead block and was able to go in pretty easily there on that one.
Well, and again, you bring the hog mollies up front. Coach kind of brings in the subs. They got a 5-man front going. You go to the wide side of the field and allow your playmaker to try to use his wheels in space, and you see Eric Davis getting the job done yet again.
So a 1-yard run off to the right side of the line. Rossford with the 6-0 lead. They attempt to wait for the point after. Matt First puts it up, and it is blocked. So it is no good here with 7:49 to go in the opening quarter. Rossford leads it by a score of 6-0.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music is scheduling his 2015 bridal season. I would love to talk to you about your music and video needs for that special day. Now, we don't have 15 different sound systems going out every night, just one, and we concentrate on you and your special day. You will know your DJ. For over 25 years, Mike Jameson has been providing quality sound, lighting, and video for your special day. Call him today at 419-514-1302. Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music and creative video imagery. The Big Apple Deli has all the food for your next party or get-together. The best subs, salads, soups, pasta, party trays, and great lunch and dinner specials. The Big Apple Deli, 2118 Woodville Road, has got you ready for all your party needs, or just stop out for a great lunch.
Matt Fierce getting ready to kick off here as the Bulldogs lead it 6-0 on the 1-yard touchdown run by Eric Davis. Bomber, you know, the thing that impressed me in that drive was the fact that even though Bowling Green would get off the snap and apply some pressure up front, the Hoggies up front for the Bulldogs, they didn't back down. They kept going.
Well, and getting the playmakers in space and also Chase Bainey's poise in the pocket out of the shotgun to deliver that pass right on the money to Eric Davis was huge, too.
That'll be grabbed at the 11-yard line out to about the 29. So Brock Powers, the guy that brought it back, he'll be dropped at the 29, and that's where the Bobcats will scrimmage 1st and 10.
Well, and this is what's going to be fun to see Bowling Green offensively. As mentioned in the open, they were a spread offense last year. They lost 5 first-team All-NBC performers. So this is a team that's got some guys coming back. They got 16 returning letter winners, but going to a flex bone. So kind of expect to see a lot of triple options, sort of similar to what Navy does for this Bobcats attack this year.
1st and 10, the ball at the 29-yard line. Chase Bainey under center. Man in motion, but he is brought down in a hurry. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, Nick Wagner, I thought he almost got to that ball before the ball got to Bainey.
Yeah, that was a great tackle that time by Mr. Wagner. And, you know, an interesting story about Nick Wagner. Last year, Rossford had a rash of injuries, and they all kind of happened at the same time. Nick Wagner actually got in a car accident before the season even started last year. So this is a young man that when I asked Coach Drews back about guys who have had great off seasons, he was one of the guys that he mentioned. You just saw it right there.
So a loss there for the Bobcats, 2nd down. Bainey drops back. He's going to air it out. He's got a receiver open, but he just overthrows him. Oh, just a little bit too far of his intended target, Dylan DeHanos.
Yeah, that time Jordan Arrington and the staff over there at BG trying to catch the Rossford Bulldogs sleeping, and they did. Had a guy open, and that's what's interesting about their attack, too, even though they're going to be in this flex bone. And we've seen that with Genoa the last couple of years, too, Mick, is they'll spread it out and try to throw the ball and catch the defense sleeping.
I keep saying Chase Bainey for some reason. It's in my head, but it's actually, it is. You're right, Jordan Arrington. My apologies to both men on that one. It'll be 3rd down and 13. Just under 7 minutes to go here, 6:59. Arrington's going to keep it. Trying to get outside, trying to shake off one tackler, but that tackler is Eric Davis. And Davis, an all-NBC on the defensive side of the ball as well, brings down Arrington. So it'll be 4th down, a punting situation for the Bobcats.
Well, and that's kind of your atypical first drive of the season, right? You pull out a pass, get the run up the middle, bring it around the wide side there. Arrington's got some wheels. I mean, that's definitely not the last time we're going to see that play right there. But I like what I've seen so far from that young man, and Coach Connor talked about how he really took the reins of that quarterback position in the offseason.
And here is the 4th down punt. Oh, my. Well, they got a pile up there at the 25-yard line, 26 we'll call it. But it'll be 1st and 10 for Rossford when they scrimmage. A nice kick there from Mr. Keller Mathis.
Yeah, left-footed kicker, too. Kind of rare that you see that, but great job from the special teams that time. Matt Kampf, one of those guys, number 31 for BG, flying in on there. And that's what's so huge, especially at the high school level. People always talk about the offensive players, the defensive specialists, but special teams at this level, at any level, is important. But when you can pin a team like Rossford back there, that's a really good special teams play there.
And they're going to air it out again. A wide open over the middle at the 40, inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. Bainey hooks up there with Spencer Schultz, and Schultz made no mistake there, right over the middle. And he's brought down. It'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs at their own 26.
Man, what a gut check. You just did a good job on special teams, pinning them inside the 30. And again, Bainey delivers with a nice pass right over the middle.
From the 26 of Bowling Green, keeping it is Bainey. Gets it inside about to the 20-yard line. So a nice pickup of 6. Going to be 2nd down. We'll call it 4. Clock continues to run as we're coming up here on 5:40 left in this opening quarter. Now Eric Davis this time. No luck this time as he was brought down in the backfield and brought down in a hurry as number 61, that's Michael Colden, in on the stop.
Actually, it was Bainey there on the keeper that time, Mick, up the middle. He fooled us up here.
Yeah, he
and
did.
got tackled after only a few yards, so it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs.
After a loss of 3, Bainey's going to toss it over here on the left side again. Davis getting outside, but we got a pile up there. As you see Carrillo fall over the pile. And we've got a flag right there. And
yeah, it looks like it might be an inadvertent face mask trying to take him down. Davis cut back inside, show you his toughness a little bit instead of just going out of bounds. And that's what it's going to be, is a face mask.
So a face mask call against the Bobcats. And that should give Rossford a fresh set of downs.
It absolutely will. And that's another unfortunate break for the Bobcats. So far, it's been the big plays that have hurt them. They've gotten pretty decent pressure up front. That time, just a delayed screen going to the opposite side of the field by Davis and company. So give credit to Drewsback and his guys for the call. But
First and 10 here for Rossford at the Bowling Green 13. Couple of nice blocks. Here's a pitch on the outside. Grabbed there by Schultz. Short pickup there. Nice pickup of about 5. Gets it inside the 10-yard line. We'll spot it at about the 7. Another flag, though, Mike, and this one may hurt.
well, it was the opposite side of the field. So I'm wondering if we're going to get a holding call here on Rossford. We'll see. And there's actually a block below the waist. So
this
BG
one
going to catch a break here.
Yep, they march it off against Rossford. While we're at it, while we have a moment here, I want to make sure that we say thanks to some of our sponsors here on the Toledo Sports Network. First and foremost, IBEW Local. A big-time thanks to you guys for being a part of the Toledo Sports Network family. So it'll be 1st and 23 when all is said and done. They'll spot the ball back at the 26. And the Bulldogs with some work to do. Here's the snap. Bainey keeps it, gets some heat, kicks it out on the left side, complete. Over there to Cody Orr. Orr is gone. Touchdown, Rossford. Oh, my goodness. Cody Orr takes it to the house on a 26-yard pass play. And now 12-0 Rossford with the extra point still to come.
Another great play that time, great play call from the Rossford Bulldogs, especially after the penalty. And it shows you the capabilities of this offense, Mick, and his spread, what these guys can do. This is something Coach Drewsback and company have been doing since 2001, even before they got to Rossford. So he really likes the creativity that comes with this offense, and you see right there the playmaking ability that the Bulldogs have this year.
Well, they're going to go for 2, it looks like. Give it that nice, robust 14 if they can. Bainey pitches. Whoop. And they do not. They're unsuccessful in their 2-point attempt as they are brought down with 4:07 to go here in this opening quarter. And Rossford right now with a 12-0 lead here over Bowling Green.
The Union Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and HVACR service mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems, and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices. To do the job right, UA Local 50 Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and service mechanics, building America's future.
You've planned and planned. Each moment of your special day just has to be perfect. You don't want to worry about anything. Just know that you've hired professionals to make your wedding day special. Mike Jameson with Creative Video Imagery has produced award-winning weddings for over 15 years. Our company has the equipment and the artistic ability to capture your day on digital DVD, giving you lasting memories of a day you will cherish forever. Call Creative Video Imagery today or visit our website, Creative Video Imagery, making moments into lifetime memories.
Pub 51 is just a great neighborhood bar and grill. They're about as close to being all things to all people as I've seen. They have a miniature bowling league, and they take that pretty darn seriously. Oh, and a dartball league, and a cornhole league, and a pool league. They have a lot of leagues. Pub 51 has a big outdoor patio, too. Well, their pizza and food are reasonably priced, too. Give Pub 51 a try. They're on Woodville Road, just a half-mile east of the Woodville Mall.
Matt Fierce, the junior, getting set to kick off here as the Bulldogs, with a 12-0 lead, you're over Bowling Green. Fierce puts his foot into one. It's grabbed at the 10-yard line. Now up over the 25, over the 30. There was a seam, and out to about the 39-yard line. It's a good field position here for the Bobcats as they get ready to scrimmage from their own 39.
Yeah, great run right up the middle. Good job by the blockers to set it and give good field position to the Bobcats. And right now they caught a break as far as 2 extra points. Well, first extra point attempt, the 2-point conversion failing. So if they can score and convert, then it's only a 5-point game.
1st and 10 here for Bowling Green. Arrington pitches it out. Pickup of about 3. I think there's a little bit of a tangle up there. Brian Dibble was the ball carrier. That'll make it 2nd down, and we'll call it 7. Ball just outside the 32-yard line. Or 42, I apologize. Ball on the right hash mark. Jordan Arrington under center. Has his man in motion. He'll keep it, though, and Arrington gets it out to about the 45-yard line where he is brought down.
You know, and to run this offense too, Mick, you really got to be smart as a quarterback in terms of your reads, because there's so many different ways you can go when you're trying to do a triple option. Obviously, you're trying to confuse the defense and keep them on their toes. And plus, it allows a team like BG to have offensive linemen that fire off the ball and try to move the football down the field. You don't have to have the biggest lineman in the world to do this offense. And so far, Jordan Arrington making some pretty good reads back there.
3rd down and 4 to go. The ball at the 45 of Bowling Green. Arrington's going to roll out to his left. He'll pitch it. He's got a wide open receiver. And inside of Rossford territory, he'll spot the ball at the Bulldog 44. 1st and 10 here for Bowling Green.
And that looked like Brian Dybel on the reception, the same guy who had that nice kick return a few minutes ago. And again, that's something about this offense is you can hit him, and then spread it out. And Rossford in a 4-3 base is in man coverage on the outside, so it does leave in between the hashes opened up.
Arrington now under center. Will take the ball. He'll drop back in. Oh, he's got some heat. Flushed out of the pocket. Tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he is buried at about the 46-yard line, so only about a yard, maybe a yard and a half loss. But Nick Wagner in on the stop.
And Kyle Sherman coming in there to clean it up. Guy that played quarterback for Rossford a little bit last year with some of the injuries they had, and something Coach Drewsback talked about with this team, Mick, was these guys are all about the W and they're all about getting the best 11 on the field, and that's a young man who's obviously not playing quarterback anymore but still going to have an impact on defense. It shows you his character out there.
2nd down and 11. Here's the handoff. And again, that Rossford defense just fierce. Can't help but be impressed by that Rossford defense. They got off the snap quickly there.
Yeah, Travis Zablewski, all NBC first team last year on defense, 50 tackles, 5.5 sacks, and 7 tackles for loss. And you see the big fella cleaning things up that time.
So a pickup of maybe the length of the football. It'll be 3rd down and about 10.5. Off the draw, wide open up the gut. 1st down here for Bowling Green. And Dybel with the carry was able to move the yardsticks here for Bowling Green. So on a key third down here early in this ball game, the Bobcats convert.
And for the second time on this drive, it was Mr. Dybel coming up with the first down. I'm really impressed with that young man so far. Only being a sophomore to come in here, play with that kind of confidence. Rossford did a good job initially knowing where the play was going, but he just kept his feet moving and kept on trucking and got the first down.
Under half a minute to go here in the opening quarter. A fresh 4 here for the Bobcats. And they go up the gut again. And this time, a little bit more success. There's Eric Davis in on the stop there, but not before a pickup of about 6 yards.
Mentioned BG last year, making it to the regional semis, falling to eventual state champ Central Catholic. No worse for wear so far. They're hanging tough.
One quarter in the books here at Rossford. 12-0 the Bulldogs over the Bobcats here on the Toledo Sports Network.
Rossford Schools, encouraging excellence in education, preparing each student for their future. Steadfast in achievement with a lifetime of memories. Supported by exceptional faculty, dedicated staff, student programs and activities. Outstanding alumni, volunteers in the community, honoring those who serve our country. With advanced placement, dual enrollment, and post-secondary options. Rossford Schools, Rossford Strong.
Everyone knows Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Or did he? Turns out a man named Antonio Mucci actually made the first telephone. Mucci never paid the $10 fee to claim his patent on the phone. And 11 years later, Alexander Graham Bell filed his patent for the phone. Mucci died penniless and forgotten. Do you have a great idea? Call Fraser, Clemens, Martin, and Miller to protect your idea with a trademark, patent, or copyright. Don't let someone else benefit from your idea. Protect it today.
Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music is scheduling his 2015 bridal season. I would love to talk to you about your music and video needs for that special day. Now, we don't have 15 different sound systems going out every night, just one, and we concentrate on you and your special day. You will know your DJ. For over 25 years, Mike Jameson has been providing quality sound, lighting, and video for your special day. Call him today at 419-514-1302. Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music and creative video imagery.
Second quarter set to begin here as it is second down and 3 to go for the Bobcats. And Arrington able to get out of trouble as he's going to try and pick up the first down, but he is brought down. Oh, we got a flag that flies.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens, Mick. It looked like there could be holding on the outside, but then a second flag came in, and I think that might be a late hit on Rossford. So we'll see if these cancel each other out. Or no, it's all the same thing. It looked like Rossford got him on his way down, but it's just going to be holding.
So holding will push it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That'll take it back to the 45-yard line of Rossford. So that'll make it second down and long. Once again, want to make sure we tip our hat and say thanks to another one of our fine sponsors here on the Toledo Sports Network. Of course, that being Pub 51. Now on second and long, about 12. Arrington drops back, tosses it over the middle. It's complete. Pickup of a first down as they get it all the way to about the 21, pushing up towards the 20-yard line. So good patience shown there by Arrington.
Well, another methodical play. Once again, Rossford in a 4-3. The guys drop back in coverage. Cover the man coming over the middle, and you just do a nice little dump-off pass. That's a good read that time by Arrington. Wait till the defense gets to that second level, and it opens up that first 5 or 10 yards.
So first and 10 here for the Bobcats as they mark the ball at the 20-yard line of Rossford. And again, the ball handed off this time as it looks like that was Jeremiah Lurch. And he gets it inside the 15 down to about the 12. That'll be second and short.
5'8" and $152, but that little dude packs a punch, man.
He runs violently, doesn't he?
Well, and it's tougher sometimes with the guys who have a lower center of gravity like that because they run low to the ground and they keep their legs chugging. I like what I see so far from the young fella.
So it's 2nd and a yard. The ball at the Rossford 11. Bowling Green knocking on the door. You're in the red zone. And now the pitch. Oh, no. Eric Davis said no way. He was not going to let Noah Cotterman take that one around the end. He shut him down in the backfield for a loss. So it will be 3rd down and, well, the loss of 6, so we'll call it 3rd and 7.
Well, it's been a pretty methodical drive so far for the Bobcats. Let's see if Coach Connor and company got another pass up their sleeve here. I would imagine you're going to try to get Arrington on that wide side of the field.
Ball on the left hash mark. Here's the pitch outside. Brought down over there by Chase Bainey. So it'll be 4th down here, so put on your coach's cap here, Bomber. What do you do?
I think you try to go for it. 4th and 3 we got right now. It looks like a long 4th and 3. So I think right here you just put the ball in your quarterback's hands. So far, Rossford's done a good job sealing the edge on that option. But I think right now they're going to try to keep it in their quarterback's hands and try to go wide side of the field again.
So on 4th down, the Bobcats are going to roll out. Here's the pitch over to the right side. It was incomplete, but even if he would have pulled it down, he would have been short of the 1st down anyway. So it's a turnover on downs here. Rossford shuts it down and will take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
I like the play call that time, Mick, from the Bobcats. Fake the pitch. You got shut down on the outside both the previous 2 plays. You have your quarterback roll back to the short side of the field, but just came up a couple yards short. But that's a good play call in that situation.
We'll see what Mr. Chase Bainey has in mind. He leads his team here to the line of scrimmage. He will get into the shotgun position. Bainey rolls out to his right, fires, tipped out there. Good coverage by the Bobcats as Nathan Meyer got his hand on it and knocked it down.
I think that's going to be a guy you're going to see a lot of this year in the NLL is number 4. Pretty active so far here defensively. That time, BG read the coverage, only rushed 4 guys, forcing Bainey out of the pocket, and just a good hand tip drill that time from Mr. Meyer. But I like that kid's athleticism so far in this football game.
2nd and 10 here for the Bulldogs. 8:46 remaining here in this opening half. Glad you could join us here on a beautiful night here for football. Now we've got a whistle, and the Bulldogs are going to take a timeout. While they take a timeout, I want to make sure that we say thanks again to another one of our fine sponsors. And, of course, that being a new sponsor here this year, the Big Apple Deli. Over on the east side, we appreciate all the folks out there at the Big Apple Deli coming on board here as part of the Toledo Sports Network family. And if you want to be part of the Toledo Sports Network family, hey, we'd love to have you. Give us a call at area code 419-514-1302. That's area code 419-514-1302. One Mr. Mike Jameson will help you as he's got advertising packages to fit every budget.
You might want to call him on the phone, though. Don't meet him in person because his new haircut is woo. Woo. I love you, Mikey. I'm not trying to out you, buddy, but, man, he's looks like a human Q-tip right now. He opted to go for the human Q-tip instead of the poor man's George Clooney. But I love you, Mike. I still love you.
I'm not even going to tell you what I've known Mike for many years. I don't even need to tell you what he's saying right now.
He knows it's true, though.
There we go on 2nd down. This one nearly intercepted. They call it incomplete. That was close. That was dangerous right there, but fortunately, if you're a Bulldog fan, that one fell to the ground. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
And Mr. Manny Carrillo blew up Bainey that time, which forced him to get rid of that ball a lot quicker than he really wanted to. So give credit to that young man up front again for the Bobcats getting the pressure.
That's the one thing the Bobcats have up front is senior leadership. And they got a lot of beef up there too. Carrillo was 6'2", 250. The biggest question that was raised for Bowling Green this year before the season was about their skill positions. Here's the pass over the middle. It's complete. First down and then some out to the 41-yard line. So a huge conversion there, but we got a flag on the play. So hold everything here. Have to wait to see what the man in the stripes has to say.
Nick.
Oh, it was a sideline warning against Bowling Green. So it's 1st and 10 here for Rossford. They have the ball at their own 41-yard line. Clock continues to run, 8:25 to go here in this opening half. They lead at 12-0. And keeping it over there is Bainey. Avoids a couple of tackles, drives forward, is able to pick up approximately 9 yards as he's brought down just shy of midfield. Making it 2nd and short here for Rossford.
Well, right there is a perfect example of watching a wide receiver in a quarterback's body. You see the footwork and the quick feet of Chase Bainey. Just a great job that time of avoiding the defense for the Rossford Bulldogs.
Off the snap. They go up the gut and pick up a first down into Bowling Green territory. Every time Rossford has had the ball, they've been able to get over the Bowling Green side of midfield. Out of the gun, Bainey fires it over the right side, but threw it behind his intended target, that being Mr. Schultz. So an incomplete pass there stops the clock with 7:32 to go here in the second quarter. Bulldogs up 12-0.
I'm excited to see the conference play for both of these teams here too, Mick, because when you look at last year, Springfield kind of really came out of nowhere, was on everybody's radar. BG got a lot better. Rossford was 4-3 despite all the injuries. Now you have Jared Reddick not at Lake anymore. Obviously, Eastwood's going to be the team to beat in the NBC, but the power dynamics are really starting to shift in both of those conferences.
2nd and 10. Bainey rolling out to his right, shakes off one would-be tackler, comes back to his left, throws it over the middle. It's complete inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Oh my goodness. Throwing it into just a dangerous place, but was able to get the pass complete to number 27, Jacob Perry. And it's enough for a first down here for the Bulldogs.
That's going way back right there. That's a little Archie Manning. That's not Eli or Peyton. That's Archie at Ole Miss right there.
There's a carry now over here on the right side. Some good blocking, a nice seam. And a first down carry for Eric Davis as he gets it inside the 25 to about the 24. And that'll move the yardsticks here for the guys in maroon.
You know, and I'm trying to think of the last time. I don't know if we have seen it here on Toledo Sports Network, Mick, in all our years, a wide receiver going to the quarterback. A lot of times it's the other way around. But the shifty feet so far really helping out the Bulldogs from Bainey.
Bainey keeping it going right up the middle. He's going to be close to another first down. He should have it depending on the spot. Well, they may mark him a yard short. And they do. So it'll be 2nd down and a yard to go. Clock continues to run. 6:45 remaining in the half as the play gets signaled in from the sidelines. And Bowling Green, they've bent, but they can't break if they want to keep this a low-scoring ball game. Here's the snap. Bainey handles it, but pulls it down, but is dropped behind the line of scrimmage as he is brought down by the Bobcats, number 61. That's Michael Colden. They also had some help there from Mason Cordes.
6'3", 215, some big boys up front there for the Bobcats. Doing a good job blowing up the spot that time on the juggled exchange.
So a loss of about 3, so it should be 3rd down and 4, a long 4. They need to get it inside the 15-yard line to about the 14. They go up the middle, and again, that Bowling Green defense shuts it down. As Colden was there, but Nathan Meyer leading the way on that one as they drop him again right around the line of scrimmage, maybe another 1-yard loss.
And there's that dude again, Nathan Meyer, coming in off the outside. Read the play really, really well that time, shed a little bit of contact and was able to bring down Eric Davis.
So it'll be 4th down here, and while Matt Fierce is a pretty good leg, I think they're going to probably end up going for this because they're too close to do otherwise. Bainey keeps it, rolls out to his left, tosses it back over here for Davis, but a little too high and off his fingertips. So a turnover on downs here as Bowling Green holds it. And with 5:04 remaining here in the second quarter, the Bobcats with a big defensive stand there as they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So huge for those guys, especially given the fact that they get the ball to start the second half. And give credit that time to Raul Flores, number 32, coming in on the outside, getting around that protection from Rossford on the edge. They only had 3 down linemen that time to try to protect the middle of the field where they've gotten beat the first couple of trips. And Flores putting the pressure on Bainey and making him get rid of that ball probably a little faster than he wanted to. Good stand that time by the Bobcats.
1st and 10 here for Bowling Green. Jordan Arrington takes the snap, looked around and had to keep it, but he's dropped there for a short loss. So he was brought down by, amongst others, brought down there by Travis Zabluski.
Another big kid, 6'2", 220 for Rossford. Having that 4-man front is going to be really good, especially given a lot of the run attack they're going to see in the NBC, in particular Genoa and Eastwood, and Brandon Short for Lake. They open it up a little bit, but they got a tough running back there too.
So it's 2nd down. And the flags fly. And it looks like we've got an offside against Rossford. So that'll move it up 5 yards. Well, you see this usually in the first week, even though we know it drives coaches crazy. It's inevitable, Mike, that we see penalties like this usually within the first couple of weeks of the season.
Absolutely, especially the first game. And this offense is designed to do that, really, is to confuse the defense and keep them on their toes.
Arrington hands it off. They go up the gut, a pickup of about 3. That'll make it 3rd and short. Matt Kemp, the ball carrier.
Yeah, Nick Wagner tripped him up there near the line of scrimmage before he could really break into that second level of defense. And he's having a pretty good game defensively, too. Looked pretty solid so far for Rossford.
Ball at the 28-yard line. 3rd down and 1 here for Bowling Green at their own 28. Man in motion, and that one was a miscue right there. I don't think that was designed, and Arrington is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, I take that back. He fooled me as they go up the gut and pick up a 1st down. They get it out over the 30-yard line to the 31. I was watching Arrington, and he went down behind in the backfield, but not before the Bobcats moved the sticks. Arrington now drops back. He's going to air it out over the right side. Pass is complete. Inside the Rossford 30, they'll spot the ball down at the 26, but a big, huge play And a first down here for Bowling Green.
Brock Powers, a big target out there at 6'2". Buck 92, one of the seniors on this Bobcats team. You see the Arrington arm that time, and really a good read by Powers to time that football and keep running in stride. A lot of times on those long passes, guys will slow down or they'll stop. Powers keeps running in stride and catches the ball. It's a great throw and catch that time from Arrington to Powers.
Well, they'll spot the ball back at the 30-yard line. The 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for BG here with 2:54 to go. Now Arrington on the keeper, but he'll be dropped for a loss. He'll be dropped back at the 32-yard line. As I want to say that was Nick Wagner in on stop. Call it a loss of a couple. 2nd and 12.
A lot of speed from both these teams I'm seeing right now. Pretty fast teams out here for Rossford and BG. Neither one of them is really, really big, but pretty fast and quick right now on the field for both these teams.
Well, Bowling Green's going to take a timeout here with 2:21 to go in the half. It's 12-0 Rossford here on the Toledo Sports Network.
Burger Bar 419. Our heart is good flipping burgers and sides. It's the quality, taste, and love put into everything we serve that sets us apart from the others. It's the comfort food we were brought up on with a fresh hip twist. Simple, fresh, and delicious offerings for everyone, meat eaters and vegetarians. Our soul is our support for local business. Our fresh beef is ground by the butcher 200 feet from our front door. Burger Bar 419. Good flippin' burgers.
Conveniently located in downtown Rossford, Ohio, the law firm of Heben, Summer, and Murphy is there to serve your estate, business, and litigation needs. Heben, Summer, and Murphy is a proud sponsor of Rossford Athletics. Contact the law firm of Heben, Summer, and Murphy at 419-662-3100 or on the net at www.hsm-law.net. Go Bulldogs! Safety Partners Limited has been providing excellence in safety since 1992. Adding our Oregon, Ohio store in 2013, SPL Outfitters provides face, head, foot, hand, body, and hearing protection with great brands like Wolverine, Red Cap, Dickie, Wrangler Workwear, and many top safety brands. SPL also carries fire-resistant clothing, harnesses, high-vis apparel, boots, and boot care items. SPL is located in the Buffalo Wild Wings Plaza on Navarre Avenue.
2nd and 12 here for the Bobcats. The ball at the 32 of Rossford. Wagner just stays onside, gets through, bumps into his own teammate, getting around outside. I believe that was Arrington on the keeper. Picks up maybe half a yard. They're going to spot it at about the 31.5, and that was a play that could have really went ugly on either side, with Wagner nearly going offside before the snap, and then Arrington just getting outside, getting out of the reaches of one Mr. Wagner.
And showing his quickness that time, too, again, to break loose, get out to the edge of the field and not get blown up for a huge loss.
So no gain. They're going to call it 3rd and 12. Arrington, they're going to drop back. Throws it again over the middle. That one was short, and that was almost picked off, but that ball, he put a little too much air into that. As Spencer Schultz in there on the coverage, he almost had a pick there.
Yeah, and he took a nice shot from his teammate there, too, at the end as they were both trying to get the football. It looked like a pretty good throw initially, like it was going to be on the back shoulder that time of Powers, but as you mentioned, Mick, just a little too much air underneath there, and Schultz almost coming up with a pretty good play.
That'll make it 4th down here with 2:07 to go. And the Bobcats, of course, will go for it.
They just haven't had that one big play yet. Let's see if they can do it here.
Well, another timeout being called here. And that's going to be for the Bobcats. It's their second one. They have one left here in the half. Well, of course, we're going to be right here on the CW. We thank you so much for tuning in here on CW 13, which we say hello to our friends over on the Buckeye cable system on Channel 5 and also on 605. And a big hello over to our friends on Time Warner Cable, 417 and 996. And of course, be remiss if we did not tip our hat to our friends over at DirecTV, over on Channel 14. All part of the Toledo Sports Network family. We appreciate you joining us here for our coverage of high school football here each and every week.
And a lot of interesting storylines this year in Northwest Ohio. Of course, people wondering if Central can repeat. Got that nice backfield with Wade and Warren. Winters is graduated. You've got Perrysburg looking to rule the NLL again, but you got teams like Springfield, Southview to always keep an eye on. So Northview's been getting better, got really good numbers in their program now. So it's going to be an interesting year in Northwest Ohio.
Well, you called it earlier about some of the dynamics changing in the power structure of these conferences. As Arrington drops back, but he is going to be brought down as he was dropped for a loss. So it's a turnover on down, second time that's happened here as the Bulldogs have closed the door and not allowed any points here by Bowling Green. So with 2 minutes exactly remaining here in the first half, the Bulldogs will take over, 1st and 10.
Well, and here if you're BG, I mean, it's stating the obvious, but you just don't want to give up the big play. You did a good job shutting them down the last time they were in your territory, didn't allow them to get in the end zone. You're going to get the ball here to start the second half. You got to watch the edges of the field right now and not allow Eric Davis and company to get in space. Easier said than done.
Of course. Speaking of, Davis gets around the outside, but he got to the sideline, but couldn't turn it upfield. Picked up maybe a yard, maybe 2, depending on the spot. Well, they're going to mark him back at the 33. The one official was standing on the 35, but the other official over by where the play was marked it at the 33, so no gain.
Well, I'll tell you what, Nathan Myers ate his Wheaties this morning, boy. That kid has been all over the field. All over the field. One of the first guys to help push Eric Davis out of bounds there.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. The ball at the Rossford 33. $1:54 left to go here in the half. Bainey looking downfield. Going to get flushed out of the pocket. Rolling out to his right. He's got a receiver, but oh, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 43-yard line. A turnover there as it's picked off. I believe that is number 31, that being Matt Kemp. And Kemp picks it off. He anticipated that pass, as that was the only receiver really that Bainey could go to.
Well, initially he wanted to go over the middle, and Bowling Green did a great job of sealing that off. And Matt Kampf just watching his eyes the whole time, and a hawk back there at 6'2", got some pretty good size and just made a good jump on the football. And that's a situation, too, for Bainey to learn from. In that situation, you just throw the football away. Because now you're giving BG an opportunity here, 56 yards to go in $1:41, and we've seen them be able to make the big play before. Let's see if they can do it again.
1st and 10. Arrington back. He sees a seam. He's going to keep it and go. He's up the middle. 1st down and more. Inside the 35, brought down at the 32-yard line. But a huge pickup there by the Bobcat quarterback. A pickup of about 19 yards. Correction, a pickup of about 23 yards. Here's now the snap again. Arrington will keep it again. Takes a nice hit, but it gets to the 25-yard line and driven back. Some of the Bowling Green fans looking for a flag.
And he shook up a little bit. They did blow the whistle during the stand-up. I mean, once a runner loses forward progress, the play's dead. They're not going to let you drive him back another 20, 30 yards. That time, Davis finishes it off. Haven't really known him to be a dirty player. Kid plays hard. But a situation there where maybe could have thrown the flag because the whistle did blow while he still had him stood up.
Well, clock continues to run. Under 40 seconds to go. And This one may be going against Bowling Green. We'll see what they call. And they'll mark it back, so 5 yards, stops. The clock has 38 seconds to go.
Yeah, and as soon as the ball sets, it'll start going again.
And Bowling Green, not really, they're kind of cavalier in all this because that clock's winding down and they're still got 30 yards to get there. Flushed out of the pocket, Arrington looks downfield, chucks it, he's got a receiver over there on the right side. Brock Powers with the reception. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for Bowling Green, stopping the clock with 17 seconds left in the first half.
Arrington showing a lot of poise right now. I can see why Connor, earlier this week when I talked to him, talked about how he made it easy for him to make him the quarterback this year. Because that kid's showing a lot of poise. They've had a couple of situations where they've had some penalties or they've had some setbacks, and he's dug them out of a hole. Made a good play that time by getting outside of the pocket.
1st and 10 here for Bowling Green. Ball spotted on the 18-yard line. Arrington throws it over the right side, intercepted at the goal line. Oh my goodness. So a huge play there by the Bulldogs defense.
Looked like Jacob Perry coming up with the pick.
Perry snags it at the goal line. They'll spot the ball at the 1. And with 9 seconds to go, Bulldogs going to have to drive forward. They can't take a knee because they're right up there at the goal line.
Tough break again for the Bobcats. Just haven't had that opportunity to make that play that's put them over the hump and gotten them in the end zone. But nonetheless, really hanging in there despite some big plays from the opposition.
So the Bulldogs take a timeout here. Once again, a big tip of the hat to our sponsors. We appreciate them coming on board. And of course, we not only do this for television purposes, but we also do it for the radio. Of course, every Saturday morning from 8 to 9, the 3 for All, Toledo Sports Radio.com, and also locally on radio on 106.5, The Ticket, WLQR. And then, of course, on Sundays from 9 to 10, we do the cheap seats each and every Sunday morning.
And we do mean cheap because it's free. You don't have to pay to listen.
No, that's true. but the gifts that we give away and stuff, the prizes we give away that are on there, they're cheap. But that's kind of the whole idea. So the Bulldogs, not exactly in easy-peasy territory here. They've got to drive forward to not give up 2. So in the shotgun, Bainey takes the snap, drives forward, and is able to get out of the end zone. And that will be the final play of the opening half. Well, Bowling Green calls a timeout. So they go out of their way to make me look silly, although I do a good enough job of that on my own.
And they still have one left, too. Well, and it's a smart play to do because you got them backed up right to the goal line. So there's an opportunity there for a mistake, whether it's a fumble. BG's gotten pretty good pressure up front this evening. So the smart thing to do is call that timeout. And actually, no, they just took that off. That was their final timeout. So smart play by the Bobcats right there. And again, not to sound like a broken record, but just so far, Mick, they haven't been able to string a consistent drive together and come up with that big play.
They've been pretty decent in between the 20s.
Right.
You know, but it's just once they get into that red zone, that's where they've had some issues. But again, that's been the big question, you know, from the media, et cetera, about the Bobcats this year is that at their skill positions, who's going to take up the mantle? 4 seconds to go. A little bit more room, but still in the shotgun. Bainey. Did he not? Oh, he did not get out of the end zone. It's a safety for the Bobcats. So as the clock reads 0, Raul Flores ties down Bainey in the end zone for 2. So, with 1 half in the books here at Jackson Ferguson Stadium in Rossford, the Bulldogs out to a 12-0 lead, but Bowling Green answers with a safety, getting some momentum as they head into the locker room at half. It's 12-2 Rossford right here on the Toledo Sports Network.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
Do your utility bills have you down? Get out from under those heavy bills with new windows from Dunright Building Services. New windows from Dunright can change the vision of your home both inside and out. And right now, for a limited time only, you can get any white double-hung standard window for only $179 each. Remember, for a job done right, you better call Dunright.
New home, same address. It starts with new windows. Call us at Dunright Building Services today.
For good times, good food, and great service, go to Nick and Jimmy's on Monroe Street across from the mall, or Nick and Jimmy's on Lewis and Temperance. Anything from burgers to pizza. The Cocoa House Lounge on Lewis and Temperance features deluxe sandwiches and creative martinis. The Basin Street Grill on Monroe Street west of the mall, featuring extensive appetizers and fresh seafood in a classy yet casual environment. And the Village Inn on Holland, Sylvania in Sylvania. Great food and a roadhouse atmosphere. 5 times the good times, good food, and great service. Find it all at nickandjimmys.com.
Technologies and Pro Golf Fairways, Toledo's #1 stop for all your golf equipment needs. Instruction with licensed PGA and LPGA Tour instructor Jeff Menor, and the best golf simulators in the area. Located right next to Nick and Jimmy's on Monroe Street, custom club fitting with name brand clubs and professional loft and lie capability. Now you can plan 18 holes on our Pro Golf Fairways with over 80 courses throughout the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulator systems. Call us at 419-205-6644.
Halftime here at Jackson Ferguson Stadium, 12-2. Rossford leading Bowling Green. Bowling Green picking up that safety right at the end of the half, giving them some momentum as we get ready to start the third quarter in just a few. Right now, Mike Bauman, some of them stats. I mean, as we said, Bowling Green, pretty good between the 20s, but not able to cash in.
Yeah, right now I want to give a shout out to Justin from Rossford for hooking us up with the stats. Chase Bainey, 7 for 12 with that touchdown interception for $186. Right now, Jordan Arrington is 4 for 8 for 77 yards and an interception.
Now looking over at the other side, Jordan Arrington, I thought he played very well.
He did. He had 10 carries for 43 yards. Chase Bainey had 11 carries for 29 yards. Actually, it was 36 net for Arrington. So both those guys doing a decent job getting outside the pocket. But then you had Powers, those 2 big catches for 51 yards. Eric Davis has got 3 catches now for 73 yards. And that's really where they're doing damage, is the receiving game. But the penalties, both of them kind of evened out. 3 for 17 for BG, 3 for 24 yards for Rossford. So really, it's those big plays right now for the Bulldogs, those 2 big plays that were kind of breaking the back for BG, because stats-wise, it's pretty even.
Well, let's put on your coordinator cap real quick here in the next half minute. What does each team need to do to be successful to win this ball game?
Well, Bowling Green needs the big play to happen. They need to do a good job in space. They've had a couple opportunities where they've put Rossford on their heels. I think if they continue to do that with some of those dump passes, get Arrington outside of the pocket, maybe a little more option on the outside, I think BG's got some opportunities there. Conversely, for Rossford, I think what they need to continue to do is try to open up the middle of the field. They had some good plays on the edge of the field. That's going to happen if they continue to open up the middle of the field. So I think with Chase Bainey here in the second half, we saw him with his quick feet, maybe some stuff over the middle and keep that defense honest on the edge, because that's where you can make things happen if you're the Rossford Bulldogs on the edge of the field.
Well, the Bulldogs leading 12-2. Bowling Green will get the kickoff to start the second half when we come back, as you're tuned to high school football right here on the Toledo Sports Network.
From the kitchens of Italy to you, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen is the home of authentic Italian food. As one of the oldest independently owned pizzerias in Toledo, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen has been serving since 1988. With pizza, salads, award-winning subs, chicken chunks and wings, Mom's own lasagna recipe, and our famous cheese sticks, we have it all. Never frozen, always homemade. Arturo's Pizza Kitchen. Hungry? Call Arturo's, 419-698-1641.
Whether you support the Comets, the Panthers, or the Bulldogs, the Eagles, Wildcats, or Flyers, we at Genoa Bank support you. We're a local bank that takes pride in serving our community with personal and prompt service, innovative products, and stable financial guidance. We're a bank that believes in playing our part. And well, that's earned us quite a few fans of our own. Genoa Bank, playing our part in the community, taking your banking needs personally.
Hope you're enjoying the game today. Hi, I'm Mike Jameson, president of ToledoSportsNetwork.com. Now, Channel 13 and the wonderful people here are bringing some great games to you each and every week. And we'd love to make your company part of what we're putting together here. We've got the reach and we've got the ability to get you out at a reasonable cost so that all of these wonderful people can talk about your business, whether it's on the internet, on live television, or live internet. You can give us a call at 419-514-1302. Let us spotlight what you have here with all of our unbelievable packages that we have. And we make it very cost effective for even the smallest business. Creative Video Imagery and the Toledo Sports Network is proud to bring you this game right here on 13.2, the Live Well Network.
Second half about to begin here is Matt Fierce getting ready to kick off. The Bulldogs with a 10-point lead. So you see Brock Powers there ready to receive this second half kickoff. I am Mick, he is Mike. And Bomber, I look forward to what should be an interesting... Oh, a short kick. The Bulldogs pick it up. It went off of a defender from Bowling Green and was recovered by the Bulldogs. Oh, my.
Wowie, wow, wow. What a way to start the half.
My goodness.
And we were talking about, BG and getting the momentum with that safety at the end of the game, or excuse me, the end of the first half there, to make it 12-2 and being able to come in here. And that time, it just went off of number 32, Raul Flores, just wasn't expecting it. So tip of the cap to Drewsback and company for catching BG off guard there, because they really did a good job in the end of the first half, Mick, to try to regain control and limit what Rossford was doing.
Oh, now here's Bainey rolling out, getting some heat, throws it over the right side, almost intercepted, as that one was low on the ground, but nearly picked off. And I believe that was number 22, and that is Elijah Richardson. So it'll be second down on the incomplete toss. Boy, we don't know what to expect here as we get ready to roll here in this second half. The clock is stopped with 11:53 on it. And now here dropping back, Bainey over the right side, complete to Davis, gets up with some help, is able to get outside. Can he get down that line? Inside the 10, 5, touchdown, Rossford Bulldogs. Eric Davis with a 52-yard touchdown reception. Most of that him running it.
Yeah, and with that catch now, he's well over 100 yards receiving on the night. And you see that time breaking the first tackle and just stretching it to that next level of defense. BG had pretty good pursuit, rush 3 right at Chase Bainey, and had the initial read on the play, but just couldn't get the shoestring tackle on Eric Davis.
Well, here's the point after attempt from Matt Fierce. There's the snap, the ball is down, the kick is up, And the kick is good. So Rossford, only a couple of plays, strike early here in the third as they lead it 19-2.
Tas Electronics can turn a plain vehicle into your spectacular ride. Let Tas install a lush custom leather interior. Get tinted windows as low as $69. Tas installs rear view cameras that put backup worries behind you. Tas gives you the best sounds at the best prices with systems for all vehicles, including motorcycles, boats, RVs. With Tas, you'll look good and sound great.
Tas Electronics, fuel power. Tas Electronics, it's hot.
If you're Bowling Green, that's got to put some, that's got to take some of the starch out of you to start the second half after having such a positive way to end the second quarter.
Well, and I think that decision right there just shows you where Rossford is now compared to maybe 6-7 years ago and how this team is built. One thing that Coach Drewsback said in talking about the program was getting those guys to buy in that first year, saying, hey, listen, you might not, be here by the end of it in terms of when we start to turn things around, but you guys are really going to set the foundation for what's to come. And you see the confidence of these guys. It's a completely different team than the last several years. Healthy coming out here, that's just a huge call at halftime to get with your coaches and say, hey, what if we just try to onside it and not allow them to get back in this game after the way they closed it out at the end of the first half, and then to have Eric Davis come up with a big play like that. 4 catches tonight, over 100 yards already receiving, and that's your running back.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's been quite the productive young man. And, of course, as we await the kick from Fierce, he also led the team in scoring last year with 18 touchdowns. Earned All-NBC second-team honors on both sides of the ball. Another squib kick. This one's going to go out of bounds. So the flag will fly, and that means instant field position here for Bowling Green.
Well, and they did a decent job in the first half. Total yardage was 233 to 149 for Rossford. So they had about 100 yards on them, but total offensive plays, 27, 29 was pretty even. The penalties, as I mentioned, each of them had 3. Rossford actually had 7 more penalty yards. So the key, I really think, for BG is continuing to try to wear on this defense. They haven't been able to string together really super consistent drives, but Jordan Arrington has bailed them out a few times in some long yardage situations, Mick. So they've shown the potential to hit him, and then go to the outside and try to work the edges of the field. You've got Powers there on the edge. He's got a couple of big catches in this game, over 50 yards. So I'm looking for BG to just bounce back from what just happened to him, just put together a methodic drive here from Connor and his staff.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 35 for the Bobcats. Their first chance at handling the ball. Jordan Arrington hands the ball off, but any opening that might have been up the gut closed immediately for no gain.
And Zach Keller on the carry that time. I believe that's the first time we've seen him tonight for BG.
And of course, you figure plugging up that middle there, guys like Travis Sobolewski, and of course he was All-NBC also. He was a first-teamer on defense last year. He had 50 tackles, 7 of them for losses, and 5.5 sacks. And the 2nd down and 10. Again, that defense swarming now for Rossford. They smell blood, as Cotterman was dropped for about a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, I take that back to Keller. That was actually his 3rd carry of the game. Got 23 and 33 down there, and sometimes my eyes ain't that good, Mick. Need to get some binocs.
Wait till you get my age. Trust me. There's a reason that I use the moniker Mick, and usually has to do with Magoo. Somewhere Jim Backus is smiling. 3rd down here for the Bobcats. And we've got a flag. I believe there may have been
encroachment.
Yep. The Bobcats will catch a break here.
Well, that 5 yards makes a huge difference in this situation, too. Backed up at your own 33. And now you go from a 3rd and 12 to about a 3rd and 7. So that gives you some more options with Jordan Arrington and company back there.
Well, they need to get it out to the 45-yard line, their own 45, so they're within reach here. Ball on the left hash mark. Jordan Arrington. He'll take the snap, throws it over the left side, and it's complete.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't know he was going to, whether or not he was going to hang on or not, but that was Dylan DeHanis who pulls that down. Juggled it a little bit there, Mike, but he was able to hang on.
Good focus by that young man, too, because Arrington did a good job delivering us right on the money. Good job on the pickup, too, on the block.
Got there just before Schultz did.
Great focus that time by the young man to corral it in.
So it's 1st and 10, the ball in Rossford territory at the Bulldog 47-yard line. Man in motion. Arrington will keep it. He goes up the middle, and he's able to pick up some decent real estate as he's dropped at about the 41 of Rossford. Pickup of about 6.
Well, and you got to give credit to the Bobcats tonight, too, Mick, for being resilient and staying on the money, not allowing some of these big plays to get in their head. I think that shows the maturity and the culture that they're building out there at Bowling Green for these guys to come out here and keep playing, string a couple of good plays together.
2nd and short. And we've got another flag. This time it is an illegal procedure against the Bowling Green Bobcats. 1 step forward, 1 step back.
Yeah, just as I talk about stringing a couple of good plays together, unfortunately they shoot themselves in the foot there with the penalty. But nonetheless, they're showing some playmakers, and this is a team, remember, that's lost 5 first-team All-NLL. We do so many NBC games, All-NLL players last year. Say that 3 times fast. NLL.
I have faith in you.
Northern Lakes.
Here's Arrington now, throws it. I thought for sure that was going to be picked off. Oh, that was so close as Eric Davis thought he had himself a pick. But instead, it's going to be 3rd down. And we'll call it 8. The ball just inside the 46-yard line of Rossford.
Well, and tonight you're seeing 2 guys that are under center for the first time, too. Chase Bainey made a couple of mistakes. That time, Jordan Arrington trying to make something happen, get his team deep in Rossford territory, throwing off his back foot. Those are plays you look back on film and you learn from and say, that time just keep it. Keep it and run with it.
Well, here we go. Rolling out now, Arrington. Tosses it. He's got it complete for 1st down. As Cotterman picks up the 1st down, he was brought down by number 54, and that is Brennan Reynolds, but not before the Bobcats move the sticks.
And we got a flag right around the 41-yard line.
Uh-oh.
So let's see. It looks like it's going to be coming back on a hold.
And this is where coaches pull their hair out. This is why I could probably never, ever coach. So they'll march it back. We'll come all the way back to the 49 of Bowling Green. So a tough break for the Bobcats. As once again, it'll be 3rd down. They have to get it all the way to the Rossford 37. And on the 3rd down play, here's Arrington dropping back. Looks over on the right side. He's going to try and air it out. And it's complete. Oh my goodness. He was able to find Dylan DeHanis over on the right side. Great hand-eye concentration there to see that one in and give a fresh set of downs here for the Bobcats.
And a good read that time by Arrington on his progression. It looked like he was initially going over the middle of the field. And you just see DeHanis come out there on the edge. Great hand-eye coordination on the back shoulder that time.
So 1st and 10 here for Bowling Green. They have the ball at the Rossford 15-yard line, knocking on the door once again. Arrington calls a timeout, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, it could have been a legal procedure or really false start right there. Some movement in the backfield. It looked like it was DeWitt. So good decision that time by Arrington to call the timeout, Mick.
Yeah, I agree. He had to save that play and save the field position, most importantly, because Bowling Green is they've knocked on the door a couple of times here in the red zone now, and they need to finish it off and get a score.
Well, and they've been pretty methodical with their play calls so far. I mean, we're seeing the arm of Arrington now. We saw a lot of the run game early, which you expect. It's the first game of the season. You keep it conservative, and then you open it up a little bit. Give credit to Rossford. I think they've done a pretty good job sealing the edges of the field, but you see that pass again that time. All the attention was to the middle of the field because big number 15, Powers, had a couple of big catches there in the first half, and DeHanis sneaks around the edge and makes a really, really good catch. So you're seeing the Bobcats opening up a little bit and the potential that this offense has.
Well, Bowling Green, of course, they head home next week to take on a perennial state power, Liberty Benton. And, of course, Rossford heads over to play Port Clinton. Oh, Arrington looked like he was a little... Nice job as they go in for the touchdown. Wow. Nice job of selling it by Arrington, but he got the ball over to Zach Keller. Keller made no mistakes as he was able to find the end zone, and Bowling Green put 6 on the board.
Exactly what they needed in that situation. They bounced back from a couple of 3rd and longs and some penalties to do it. Right now, Connor, you're telling your guys, hey, listen, we play mistake-free football. We might not be down right now.
Here's the point after attempt. It is good. So with 7:58 to go here in this 3rd quarter, Bowling Green answers with a touchdown. They trailed 19-9.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
The Big Apple Deli has all the food for your next party or get-together. The best subs, salads, soups, pasta, party trays, and great lunch and dinner specials. The Big Apple Deli, 2118 Woodville Road, has got you ready for all your party needs, or just stop out for a great lunch. You've planned and planned. Each moment of your special day just has to be perfect. You don't want to worry about anything. Just know that you've hired professionals to make your wedding day special. Mike Jameson with Creative Video Imagery has produced award-winning weddings for over 15 years. Our company has the equipment and the artistic ability to capture your day on digital DVD. giving you lasting memories of a day you will cherish forever. Call Creative Video Imagery today or visit our website, Creative Video Imagery, making moments into lifetime memories.
Keller Mathis set to kick things off here as the Bobcats showing signs of life. So they've cut the Rossford lead to 10, 19-9. As Mathis tries a short chip shot. Kind of a tit for tat there as he drops it at the Rossford 40, but the Bulldogs able to recover as Nick Wagner falls on it, and it'll be 1st and 10 Rossford. They'll have it at their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, give credit to Arrington and company for coming up with the big plays, and that goes back to the program and how the coaches are turning things around. When you're a losing program and you get in that culture of losing, bad things happen and you put your head down. It tends to happen that way. When you expect to win, you bounce back, and that's exactly what BG did on that last drive after a tough start to the second half.
Bainey hands it off. They go up the middle. Nice burst there. I believe that was Davis. So he picks up about 8, maybe 9. Manny Carrillo in on the stop there for Bowling Green.
It's a name we've said a few times tonight, and that's, you mentioned, Mick, not only their size up front, but the leadership, having a couple of seniors up there, Carrillo being one of them.
2nd down and short. The ball spotted at the 47. As they go up the gut again. It'll be close to the 1st down marker. They'll spot it at about the 49, so it should be just enough. Let's see what the official spotting it right on the midfield stripe, so it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Once again, while we have a moment, want to make sure we thank our sponsors, including the Big Apple Deli, coming on board this year. Really enjoy their food. There's the snap. Bainey gets buried behind the line of scrimmage for a big loss all the way back to his own 46. So a loss of 4.
Jeremiah Lurch, guy we've seen run the ball a few times in the first half, had 15 yards on 3 carries, and that time blowing it up in the backfield. All 5'8" of them, man. I can't tell you how much I love that when I see the little guys tearing things up, man. I love that.
I don't blame you there.
Heart in a low center of gravity, buddy. That's all it is. Heart in a low center of gravity.
Do you speak from experience? Dropping back now, Bainey feels the heat, gets some help, but now there's a flag.
It's going to be holding, yeah.
Yep, so this is basically a practice play. Throws it over on the left side, throws it behind his intended target over there, which I believe was Davis. But regardless, it will all go for naught. Holding is the call on Rossford.
You know, in Rossford's a team, hasn't made the playoffs since 2007, if my memory serves me correctly. BG just made it for the first time in 14 years last year. So 2 programs, as we've talked about a little bit tonight, that are really turning things around here. And again, you're seeing some mistakes early here from both teams as far as the penalties go. You've got some guys that are under center for the first time in their varsity careers, but really resilient play right now from the Bobcats to keep their heads on straight, because a lot of teams going down 19-2 would hang their heads a little bit, and these guys are hanging in there and playing tough, and making some big plays. So let's see how the Bulldogs respond now that they've kind of dug themselves a little bit of a hole.
Well, you got to tip your hat also to the Bobcats, because, yeah, we talked about the fact that they lost, 5 all-NNL first-teamers from last year, but those lines, the offensive and defensive lines, those have been sharp. Not only last year, but they didn't lose much this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in the NLL this year.
Well, and Perrysburg is going to be the team to beat. You know, those. I mean, and they're big. I mean, Perrysburg is a big team. They had a tough loss in the playoffs last year when they were number one. Everybody thought they were going to run the table, and they ended up losing. I think it was on either a kick return or a punt return. Basically, is what iced it for them, unfortunately. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the Northern Lakes this year. You know, Northview is a team that for a long time has kind of been at the bottom, but their numbers are up. I mean, they've got a lot of kids in their program. They're turning things around over there. Southview always is a tough team, has produced some Division I guys the last several years. And Springfield with their pass attack. So it's going to be really interesting to see how BG fits in the mold with that this year after going 5-2 a year ago.
Well, here we go. Second in a cab ride as they go up the gut. Oh, my. Great run there by Bainey as they pick up a lot of that yardage back. So it'll be third and, well, at least this one's doable, about 12 yards. As you see here on the replay. Driving forward, but as he was brought down.
Well, and I think what you're seeing here tonight, too, with Rossford, Mick, is some guys just have straight line speed. Rossford's playmakers have quick feet. There's a difference between just speed and also having that agility and the ability to move and have change of direction, and Bainey and Davis both have that.
Unfortunate snap there is a ground ball right up the middle, and Bainey had no choice but to fall on it. So a big break there for Bowling Green.
And this will be the first punt of the night I think we're going to see from the Bulldogs. Should they punt it, which I would imagine they will in this situation.
I would hope so.
On the wrong side of the 50.
Well, we've got 4:45 and counting remaining here in this third quarter. This game is just zipped right by. Another low snap, but they get the kickoff. It'll be grabbed over there by DeHanis. He gets outside, gets it out near midfield. He'll be brought down at about the 48-yard line. So great field position here for the Bobcats as they get ready to scrimmage 1st and 10.
Well, one thing that's really impressed me from Dirk Connor and company, not only their poise tonight, but the play calling. They've done a pretty good job of keeping Rossford on their heels, especially here in the third quarter. You see the confidence growing with Arrington as he's thrown the ball, overcoming that first pick that he had, and he's delivered a couple right on the money. I mean, and those are tough throws at any level when you're throwing to the edge of the field like that from the opposite side, and he delivered to DeHanis and Powers earlier in the first half right on the money.
4:25 to go here in this third quarter. There's the handoff, up the middle they go, another first down run inside the 30-yard line. My goodness, a huge run taken over there by Jeremiah Lurch.
There's that dude again, Speedy Lurch, the quick feet. And this is what I'm talking about, the low center of gravity. Look at that. Look how quick he gets through the hole and then keeps the legs moving.
All 5'8" of them.
And it'll be interesting this year. You know, obviously practice, they changed the rules OHSAA this year. You basically can only have an hour of full contact per week. So an hour of basically tackling per week. It's going to be interesting to see how that affects the tackling this year across the board.
1st and 10, they'll spot the ball at the 29-yard line, but we've got a whistle.
Encroachment again on Rossford.
Wow. Right now, the Bulldogs reeling.
Of their penalties, that's at least number 3 now for encroachment. And that's just something of knowing where the football is and knowing where the line of scrimmage is.
So they'll move it up 5 yards.
But yeah, new rules this year. You can be in full pads, but you can only have, in full contact, you can only have about an hour a week now throughout the season. So tackling is going to be at a premium more than ever this year.
Well, here's Arrington dropping back. He's going to pull it down. He drives forward. He'll pick up a first down. Only having 5 yards to go, but he'll take it to about the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 here for the Bobcats. So you see here on the replay, he just made the decision quickly. pulling it down and drove forward. I can't feel too good on the knees there where he got hit.
Hey, man, that's why you lift in the off season and train. Need that meat to protect yourself. He's tough. He can take it.
1st and 10 here. Harrington hands the ball off. This time around, Davis out there along with Pickett. Shut things down on Lurch. So it'll be 2nd down.
And again, making something out of nothing there. Picked up 3 yards, and he was met pretty much right away at the line of scrimmage. And the tough thing in terms of tackling, especially a shorter running back, is you want to get the legs. You want to get the legs. But when you're meeting them at the chest or at the numbers, those guys can drive you back. That's what's tough about tackling.
So on this 2nd down play, going around the outside. Good defensive coverage over there by number 6, Chase Bainey. Of course, we see what he does on the offensive side of the ball, but not too bad on the defensive side either.
Well, watch where he hits him here. See how he gets low and gets him right on his hips? That's something that's happened, and you're not seeing as much of it because of the targeting calls, especially in the NFL level, trying to get rid of concussions. But for years there, everybody wanted a highlight reel hit. DBs using their shoulders, not wrapping up. If I'm a coach every day, all day, I'm going to take a shoestring tackle or an ankle tackle. It ain't going to be on a highlight reel, but you know what? That dude's going to be on the ground because some of these guys, kids are getting bigger, man. You hit them in the numbers, you might end up on your back. That was just a good play that time to get him where his center of gravity was and get his legs.
He brought down Cotterman now on 3rd down. Keeping it over there is Arrington. And again, he is tripped up and he is brought down. So Bulldogs bend but do not break. It'll be 4th down here for the Bobcats.
And that was Bainey again, I think.
Yep.
Doing a good job shedding the block that time. Bowling Green gets that seal. Arrington might be in the end zone right now celebrating a touchdown. So good job by Bainey to shed that block.
Let's see it right here on the replay.
Watch him as BG tries to set the edge. Gets right off of him right there. Good job.
Well, here we go. A field goal attempt. Up 32 yards. And it's good.
The lefty.
Yep. Keller Mathis with a 32-yard field goal. And that cuts the lead down to 7. It's 19-12, Rossford.
The Union Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and HVACR service mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems, and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices. To do the job right, UA Local 50 Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and service mechanics, building America's future.
Safety Partners Limited has been providing excellence in safety since 1992, adding our Oregon, Ohio store in 2013. SPL Outfitters provides face, head, foot, hand, body, and hearing protection with great brands like Wolverine, Red Cap, Dickie, Wrangler Workwear, and many top safety brands. SPL also carries fire-resistant clothing, harnesses, high-vis apparel, boots, and boot care items. SPL is located in the Buffalo Wild Wings Plaza on Navarre Avenue. Conveniently located in downtown Rossford, Ohio, the law firm of Heben, Summer, and Murphy is there to serve your estate, business, and litigation needs. Heben, Summer, and Murphy is a proud sponsor of Rossford Athletics. Contact the law firm of Heben, Summer, and Murphy at 419-662-3100 or on the net at www.hsm-law.net. Go Bulldogs! Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music is scheduling his 2015 bridal season. I would love to talk to you about your music and video needs for that special day. Now, we don't have 15 different sound systems going out every night, just one, and we concentrate on you and your special day. You will know your DJ. For over 25 years, Mike Jameson has been providing quality sound, lighting, and video for your special day. Call him today at 419-514-1302. Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music and creative video imagery.
Live with it. So the lefty, Keller Mathis, gets set to kick it. Bowling Green slowly and methodically pulling back into this football game. So we're in the final minute here of this third quarter as the ball is returned back out to about the 26, 27 yard line, it looks like. And that's where Rossford will scrimmage, 1st and 10.
You know, this game has kind of played out similarly in terms of the score, the way it has the last couple of years. It was 28-23 BG last year, 5-point football game. And right now we're looking at a 7-point ball game. And again, Coach Connor is going to, win or lose, is going to look back at this film with his guys and say, fellas, we eliminate those mistakes, and we're not having to battle back from 17 points down. Cut down on those penalties, and they're right in this thing again.
Well, here we go. They're going to throw it this time, and they're going to say he caught it. Yep, they're going to give him the reception. So it'll be a pickup of about 5 yards. Some of the Bobcat fans not too happy about that. Letting their voices be heard, so to speak. So it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 6, a short 6. Bainey throws it over the left side into double coverage. And, of course, Nathan Meyer there on the spot getting a piece of that. Breaks it up. It'll be 3rd down for the Bulldogs. Well, that was the final play of the third quarter as Bowling Green has pulled to within a touchdown here as they have been chipping away at this Rossford lead. Rossford continues to lead it, though, after 3, 19-12.
Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music is scheduling his 2015 bridal season. I would love to talk to you about your music and video needs for that special day. Now, we don't have 15 different sound systems going out every night, just one, and we concentrate on you and your special day. You will know your DJ. For over 25 years, Mike Jameson has been providing quality sound, lighting, and video for your special day. Call him today at 419-514-1302. Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music and creative video imagery.
Rossford Schools, encouraging excellence in education, preparing each student for their future. Steadfast in achievement with a lifetime of memories. Supported by exceptional faculty, dedicated staff, student programs and activities. Outstanding alumni, volunteers in the community, honoring those who serve our country. With advanced placement, dual enrollment, and post-secondary options. Rossford Schools, Rossford Strong.
Do your utility bills have you down? Get out from under those heavy bills with new windows from Dunright Building Services. New windows from Dunright can change the vision of your home both inside and out. And right now, for a limited time only, you can get any white double-hung standard window for only $179 each. Remember, for a job done right, you better call Dunright.
New home, same address. It starts with new windows. Call us at Dunright Building Services today.
From the kitchens of Italy to you, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen is the home of authentic Italian food. As one of the oldest independently owned pizzerias in Toledo, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen has been serving since 1988. With pizza, salads, award-winning subs, chicken chunks and wings, Mom's own lasagna recipe, and our famous cheese sticks, we have it all. Never frozen, always homemade. Arturo's Pizza Kitchen. Hungry? Call Arturo's, 419-698-1641.
1 quarter remaining here in this ball game. It's been an entertaining one. A close game, 19-12. The Bulldogs lead Bowling Green. Along with Mike Ballman, I'm Mick Gonzalez. Thanks so much for tuning in here on the Toledo Sports Network on the CW. And that play just blew up in the backfield as Schultz was dropped as, once again, Nathan Meyer on the stop. He's had a pretty solid game here tonight, Mike.
Very, very solid game, coming in off the edge several times here tonight. Had a pass breakup, almost had an interception a few plays ago. Actually, the last play right before the end of the beginning of the fourth quarter there on a double coverage throw from Bainey. But he's been very, very active and all over the field tonight. Really been impressed with what I've seen from him. And let's see if he comes off the edge here on this punt.
Going to say the punting game is something we haven't really had to talk a lot about here in this football game. Rugby style, that one's up high, doesn't get a lot of distance, but it takes a nice favorable Rossford bounce. But it'll still be good field position here for the Bobcats as the ball is down at the Bowling Green 49-yard line, so right up near midfield, and the Bobcats will have a good place to start this drive.
Former head coach Scott Seeliger, now the AD at BG, and when he resigned in December, a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen, but Connor was an assistant in this program and was really groomed to take it over. His responsibility increased as last season went on, as some of you may have read in the Central Tribune. Good article about his hiring. So he was ready for this year, and his guys are playing like it.
Here's the handout. Well, Arrington keeps it, going over the right side of the line. Picks up about 4 yards. So, I mean, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. It isn't pretty and exciting and sexy, but I'll tell you what, Bobcats are doing a nice job here, just being methodical, being boring, but being effective.
Well, again, look at Navy. You know, look at what they do. The midshipmen, with all the misdirection, the triple option, it's a hard thing to defend. And a lot of the games that they play, they're in most of them most of the time, and it's because it keeps you on your toes defensively. And it's a very physical style of football in the front 4 or 5 guys in the defensive line.
Well, here's the handoff up the middle again. Close to a first down, they should have it. Right at the yardstick there was Zach Keller. I don't think they're going to measure. I think they're going to call it a first down.
Young man's carried the rock pretty well tonight as well, along with Lurch back there.
So it'll be 1st and 10, the ball at the 41-yard line of Rossford. Still plenty of time for Bowling Green. They trail by 7. Oh, left side moved over there. That was Mr. Nathan Meyer. And that'll be a penalty. It'll go back 5 yards here for the Bobcats. Well, we'll see what happens here. We haven't really, neither side here fan-wise has really gotten that geeked up here for this battle that's been going on between these two clubs. Here's the handoff. Cotterman over on the left side. Gets back inside the Rossford 40 to the 39.
Well, in terms of this game, it's kind of been a chess match. It's been point counterpoint. You know, we've seen penalties on both sides. We've seen mistakes on both sides with the interceptions, and we've seen big plays on the both sides. And really, most football games come down to those handful of either mistakes or big plays, and they've kind of evened themselves out at this point. But the momentum is definitely with the Bobcats right now and the way they've played here in the second half.
Now off the handoff. They go up over the left side again. I believe that is Cotterman once again. And the young junior picks up a couple, but it's 3rd and we'll call it 7. Oh, maybe a long 6. So 3rd and 6 here for the Bobcats. You need to get it to the 31-yard line of Rossford. Under 9.5 to go here in this one. Dropping back now, Arrington looking for some room. He rolls out to his right, trying to get around the edge over there. Does, but then he gets hit pretty solidly by number 75 over there. I believe that is Travis Zabluski.
You're going to be about a yard short.
Well, do you go for it here, Mike, or do you try to pin him in the with a coffin corner kick?
I think you go for it. I think from right here, watching Mathis before the game, he's got a decent leg on him. But right here, that's a pretty long kick, and you're on the far hash. You're not in the middle of the field. And whether you're a lefty or a righty, I gotta imagine being towards the middle of the field is especially tonight. You're not gonna get a lot of wind. So I think going for it's the right call here.
There's the handoff. Cotterman gets the first down, still driving, gets inside the 30 to the 25, almost to the 24. Nice effort there by Noah Cotterman to move the sticks.
You know, it's been running back by committee tonight, and all three, Keller, Cotterman, and Lurch have all shown good wheels, and this is just effort after the first point of contact to get that first down.
So the ball will be spotted just inside the 25-yard line. Clock continues to run. 7 minutes and counting left in this one. Been a good one. Well, now we've got a whistle and a flag. This one's going to go, I believe, against the Bobcats, as you can see on the far sideline over there. I believe that was Turk Connor that slapped his hands on the turf.
I don't think he liked the call.
Just an educated guess on your part?
I've been wrong before, Mick, but I don't think he liked the call.
Maybe, just maybe. 1st and 15, the ball just inside the 30. Well, here's the handoff as Rossford was going to put the pressure on, but the Bobcats sending Jeremiah Lurch in to pick up a couple. Second down, and we'll call it 12.
And the way he's running at $152, I mean, if he can put on some more meat in the next year, I mean, that's a tough back there, man. All three of those guys tonight have done a pretty solid job.
Here's the handoff to Cotterman. He's got some room on that left side. Turns upfield. It's going to be close to a first down. Nice run there by Noah Cotterman. He'll get it to about the 16-yard line. So it'll be just about a yard short of the first.
And this is really, really good patience here if we get the replay. When he cuts back inside, he bounces outside, but right here, boom, reads the block, and instead of taking it to the sideline, cuts back in, and that allowed him to pick up the extra yardage.
Oh, we've got an injured Bobcat down on the field.
Probably some cramping.
Well, normally I would say that, in considering it's August, but it's a beautiful, cool night out here in Northwest Ohio. You couldn't ask for any better. But yeah, you're right, especially being the first game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times the cramping happens with hydration issues. You know, you're out there playing against a team that does a no-huddle. Guys playing both ways, it can creep up on you a little bit.
See, they need to do things like go to the Big Apple Deli, a proud sponsor here of the Toledo Sports Network. Our other sponsor I wanted to give a tip of the hat to. I would have originally, but considering these are high schoolers, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to tie that in there. That wouldn't have been appropriate. So, anyhow, thankfully up and back over towards the sidelines. And I believe that is Mr. Connor Ashman. But also want to make sure, yeah, we do indeed thank Pub 51 for being a sponsor here on the Toledo Sports Network. We thank them, and also thank IBEW Local 8. Thank you guys so much for being a longtime supporter of high school sports here in Northwest Ohio. 5:44 to go here in this ball game. Bobcats threatening. Here's the pitch over on the right side. fighting for every yard over there for Bowling Green was number 11, Grant DeWitt. And DeWitt got just enough to move the sticks. He got inside the 15 all the way to the 12. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Bobcats. They can score, or they can make a first down without scoring a touchdown.
Another tough run there, too. Just runs over the defender. 4 Rossford Bulldogs waiting right there, and he just keeps his feet moving, lowers his shoulder, and picks up the first down. Nice run by DeWitt.
And we've got another flag. We've had just a ton of penalties here in this ball game, but we kind of almost expect that in week 1.
Well, and with this offense, too, there is a lot of motion because of the misdirection and the triple option, so everybody really kind of has to be on point, or that's going to happen. And again, this is a team that went from a spread to doing a flex bone. They're philosophically and strategy-wise 2 completely different offenses. So even though you've had the offseason and the scrimmages to prepare to this point, it still takes some time to work the kinks out. And the only way you do that is by getting reps in the game.
Well, here we go. On 1st and 15, Arrington rolling out on the right side. He's going to pull it down inside the 10. Takes a hit out near the 5-yard line. Great job by Jordan Arrington, pulling it down, fighting his way, trying to pick up a first. He's about 3 yards short, but an inspiring run there by young Mr. Arrington.
And good blocking here on the outside. See Carrillo right there, stays with them. Another good block on the edge there. Patient running and quick decision making that time by Arrington. And how about Carrillo, man? Big number 60. Both ways tonight. Big fella can move, too. Good lead block.
Jacob Perry on the stop for Rossford, but 2nd and short. And over on the right side, they battle and fighting to get into the end zone for the touchdown. The little guy, Jeremiah Lurch. Lurch refused to quit. And used every inch of that 5'8" frame to score a touchdown. And Bowling Green Bobcats are an extra point away from tying this football game.
You know what? This is the first game of the year. We got a lot more football left, but Lurch is my favorite player right now. He is. If I played video games like I did when I was younger, I would buy John Madden and I would create Lurch as my running back and I would put him on my team. That's how much I love watching this dude run the football. I'm still a fan of the game, folks. I'm still a fan of the game, and I love the way this young dude's hustling. And how about this to 2? 2-point conversion.
Oh, this time, however, they're stacked. They're moving. Now the question is, did they blow the whistle first?
Lurch.
They're calling it good.
Lurch.
Bowling Green has erased, and well, they're discussing it now. The officials are discussing it.
Because, yeah, was forward progress stopped? That's what they're discussing right now. If forward progress is stopped, they'll probably take away the 2-point conversion. So let's see if we get a little we got a little replay here. We can see if forward progress was stopped. So here he is right here.
Nobody. Oh, there you go.
That's the touchdown right there.
Yeah.
That was the touchdown.
The 2-point conversion.
Well,
they're giving it to him.
I'm going to go back a little bit here too. Back in 05, the Bush push with Reggie Bush, Notre Dame, USC. But you know what? Give the young fella credit, man. He keeps his legs moving. He keeps his legs moving.
So Bowling Green has erased the 19-point lead that Rossford had and takes a 20-19 lead over the Bulldogs. We've still got 4:05 left to go here in this 4th quarter. So buckle up, folks. This should be pretty much a beauty. It's been so far.
$17-point deficit. At the beginning of the 3rd quarter, had the little squib kick, catching BG off guard, get the touchdown. It's 19-2. 18 unanswered now since first couple of minutes of the 3rd quarter. Wowie, wow, wow.
Wow, Mathis drills one that goes through the end zone, a touchback. So the lefty puts some steam into that kick, sails it out of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for Rossford. They'll have the ball at their own 20-yard line. I think it's safe to say here, I'm just going to take just a wild guess here and say that momentum has swung in the way of Bowling Green.
Well, and this is where you see what you're made of from Rossford. You've got Eric Davis over 100 yards receiving tonight. Chase Bainey has had some nice moments with those quick feet, those receiver feet, and the quarterback body now. This is where decision-making time is on your playmakers. Let's see if they can make the plays.
Bainey now looking over at his left side. He's going to air a deep one. And that one falls incomplete. Davis, the intended receiver over there. Grant DeWitt on the coverage, looking to try and pick it off, but it falls to the ground incomplete.
You know, I like the play call. I like trying to hit him with the home run right off the bat, try to keep the defense honest. But once again, if you're Chase Bainey here, this is the 2nd or 3rd time now where we've seen him throw into double coverage. And as the season wears on, when you start to face some of those teams like the Eastwoods and the Lakes of the world, those are plays that you either want to tuck it and run or throw the football away. Because if I'm a coach, I'd rather have 2nd and 10 throwing the ball away than an interception.
In the gun, Bainey throws it over on the left side. Schultz goes outside. He's got some room. The 1st down and more, and forced out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 here for Rossford. So the Bulldogs looking to answer. You see the pitch right here as he cuts inside and then gets outside.
And Schultz had a big 48-yard reception earlier in the game. He's their speedy slot guy. You see that play run a lot by University of Toledo as well, that little screen, and he's the ideal receiver for that. Great play call that time from the Bulldogs, and Drew's back.
They spot the ball at the 46, 1st and 10. Ball over on the left side, inside Bobcat territory, inside the 45. Eric Davis brought down at about the 42-yard line. So it'll be a 1st down again here for the Bulldogs.
And an unsung hero right here on this play, Mr. Nick Wagner. Watch this block right here from Nick Wagner. Right there. That allowed Eric Davis to get those extra yardage to get that 1st down.
So it's 1st and 10 here for Rossford. They have the ball at the Bowling Green 42. 3:25 left here in the ball game. Davis gets outside. He's got lots of room. A race to the end zone. Can he get there? Touchdown, Rossford Bulldogs! A 42-yard run by Eric Davis gives the Dogs the lead again.
Who else but big number 20? Already over 100 yards receiving in the game. That time coming up with another big touchdown. And look at the blocking here. Great job at the point of attack. Rossford completely opens up the hole over the right side, right in between the tackle and the guard, and Eric Davis just sees nothing but daylight and goes all the way to the end zone.
He just put it in another gear as he was able to get past Grant DeWitt. And now, Bulldogs have to go for 2. Bainey outside now. Pitches it, and it goes incomplete. However, with 3:16 remaining here in the 4th quarter, Rossford has come back to take a 25-20 lead over the Bowling Green Bobcats.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
For good times, good food, and great service, go to Nick and Jimmy's on Monroe Street across from the mall, or Nick and Jimmy's on Lewis and Temperance. Anything from burgers to pizza. The The Cocoa House Lounge on Lewis and Temperance features deluxe sandwiches and creative martinis. The Basin Street Grill on Monroe Street west of the mall, featuring extensive appetizers and fresh seafood in a classy yet casual environment. And the Village Inn on Holland, Sylvania in Sylvania. Great food and a roadhouse atmosphere. 5 times the good times, good food, and great service. Find it all at nickandjimmys.com.
Technologies and Pro Golf Fairways, Toledo's #1 stop for all your golf equipment needs. Instruction with licensed PGA and LPGA Tour instructor Jeff Menor, and the best golf simulators in the area. Located right next to Nick and Jimmy's on Monroe Street, custom club fitting with name brand clubs and professional loft and lie capability. Now you can plan 18 holes on our Pro Golf Fairways with over 80 courses throughout the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulator systems. Call us at 419-205-6644.
Pub 51 is just a great neighborhood bar and grill. They're about as close to being all things to all people as I've seen. They have a miniature bowling league, and they take that pretty darn seriously. Oh, and a dartball league, and a cornhole league, and a pool league. They have a lot of leagues. Pub 51 has a big outdoor patio, too. Their pizza and food are reasonably priced, too. Give Pub 51 a try. They're on Woodville Road, just a half-mile east of the Woodville Mall.
3:16 left to go here in this ball game, and boy, it's turning into a beauty here on opening night as Rossford Bulldogs holding their own, former members of the NLL, as they take on the current members, Bowling Green, and they've made quite a game of it. Matt Fierce getting ready to send the ball on its way. Kicks another squib. Once again, it goes out of bounds. Well, I presume that is by design. The downside to that, though, Mike, is that it sets up Bowling Green in instant field position.
Yeah, you know, it's tough. I mean, in that situation, I mean, it's hindsight's always 20/20, right? But Fierce has a pretty good leg on him. I would probably just boot it. I'd boot it, and I would rely on my guys to come in, get off their blocks, and make the tackle, because you just mentioned it, field position. We got a lot of big play guys tonight on this field, and you just hate to give up those extra yardage from the ball going out of bounds.
Well, 1st and 10 here for the Cats as they have the ball at their own 35-yard line. Harrington takes the snap. Hands the ball off. Cotter gets outside. Oh my, great run over midfield into Rossford territory.
It was Keller that time, I think.
Yeah, it was. You're right. It was Keller, and boy, oh boy.
Dude, they got a nice little trio going in that backfield, man.
As you see here on the replay, Keller just finds that seam. Brought down by Schultz, but not before a big-time gain. 1st and 10 for Bowling Green. They have the ball at their own, or at the Rossford 44-yard line. Locke continues to run. Ball handed off. Or no, Harrington keeps it. He's got a 1st down and more. Cutting back to his right is going to be stopped at about the 26-yard line, maybe the 27, but boy, he fooled everybody, including most of the Rossford defense. 1st and 10, Bowling Green, they'll have the ball at the Rossford 27.
And the young fella's pumped, and why not, man? This game is the definitions of programs turning it around. We saw Eric Davis come up big with the 48-yard touchdown run. Right before this, regain the lead for the Bulldogs. And Arrington and company keeping their heads in it, storming right back. I love it, man.
And this is only week 1.
Yeah.
That's the best part of it. Here's the pitch over on the right side. Fighting to get through. Oh, losing his feet. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Bobcats at, I believe, the 10-yard line. But Brian Dybel, he had daylight ahead of him, but he was tripped up at the last moment.
And you almost wonder now if you want to slow it down a little bit. We've seen Mathis's leg. If they do score, And I know you're playing the if game. You want to get in the end zone. You want to get those points on the board because you're still down by 5. So you got to score. But do you try to slow it down a little bit because you don't want to? If you score, do you want to give the ball back to Rossford?
First down and goal here for the Bobcats. They go up the gut, but this time around, not quite as successful as Reynolds and Sherman on the stop.
I mean, you know Mathis has a leg. You know he can boot the ball and try to pin Rossford deep in their own territory with a good kick on the kickoff, but 1:25 to go. 2nd and 7. Or do you just try to punch it in as quick as you can, Mick?
Well, I think you want to get the points. You worry about the style later. Get points. Rolling out, Arrington, he had a lot of heat on him. As over there for Rossford was number 74, Jacob Schimming. And that's going to make it 3rd down and goal. The ball at the 7. So this pretty much is going to be, I won't say the ball game, but it's going to be a key 3rd down play. As we see on the replay, not only was Schimming on the play there, but Ben Sauter as well. So the ball on the right hash mark. 3rd and goal, the ball at the 7-yard line.
It's going to Lurch.
They go up the gut, and we got a flag. As taking it in from 7 yards out is Jeremiah Lurch, but gonna wait and see what the call is. And it's against Rossford, so the touchdown stands. Wow, you called it, partner. Jeremiah Lurch.
Hey, man, why not? Why not? He got it in the last time. He's got the hot hand. And that's not to take anything away from Cotterman or Keller. Those 2 young fellas are running the ball well tonight. But right now, Lurch is just feeling it. That was the previous play where Arrington got forced out of the pocket to set up that touchdown run. But and this 5'8", 152?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just a little guy.
I mean, I'm telling you, man.
But you see right here.
Look at the heart this kid runs with, man. Look at that. Keeps his feet moving. Well, that was Keller that time. But Lurch running with a lot of heart. And like I said, that low center of gravity, man.
Now they're going to go for 2. Rolling out is Arrington. He's got a receiver, but he's going to pull it down, and he's going to score 2. So with 63 seconds to go here in the ball game, it is now 28-25, Bowling Green. My goodness, but hey, we've shown you already. I think it's just a question of it could be last ball wins.
Well, that was huge, obviously, getting that 2-point conversion to make it a three-point game and put the pressure on Rossford and Fierce in particular if they get in field goal range to boot it home. But you want to talk about turning a program around. It takes a lot of guts to come back from 17 down and not quit. And these kids have not quit tonight for Bowling Green. And Rossford, neither have they. I mean, a 48-yard touchdown run from Eric Davis, you kidding me? To come back after BG regained momentum and give the lead back to your team.
My goodness. This has been a whale of a ball game, and we're not done yet. We've got 63 seconds. Anything can happen. We've already shown it. So hold on to your hats, folks. Don't forget, these two teams are back in action next week as Liberty Benton comes to Bowling Green. Of course, we all know what kind of a team they are. And Rossford goes on the road as they head over to Port Clinton to take on the Redskins. We'll have that game for you here on the network. So we await the kick here from Keller Mathis. You see Eric Davis there waiting. And here's a deep kick once again. It goes into the end zone and out the end zone. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs as they'll scrimmage from their own 20-yard line. Well, the good thing in that instance there, Mike, is since the ball went out untouched, no time came off the clock.
Yeah. I mean, once again, Mathis has a boot, and as they were getting down into Rossford territory there, that's why I started to look at the clock, because oh man, you look at Rossford's plays, how many of their touchdowns have been 30 yards plus tonight? They have that big play capability, but in that situation, obviously, you don't know if you're going to score, so you got to get it in the end zone. But it all happened the right way, because now 1 minute, and they got to go 80 yards. Let's see what Chase Bainey and company can do.
Bainey in the empty backfield dumps it up the gut here. Here's Davis trying to pick up a first down. He'll be close. He should have it. This is brought down at the 30. They'll stop the clock. As Carrillo's in there on the stop along with Matt Kemp. 1st and 10 for Rossford as they pick up the first right at the 30-yard line.
And each team still has 2 timeouts left.
Well, they got to move quick here. There's 47 seconds and counting. Here's Bainey looking downfield. He's going to fade out to his left. Fires it, almost intercepted. Kemp was the closest one to that ball, but it falls incomplete, stopping the clock with 40 seconds to go. So now they need to get it down about a good 40 yards to get into Matt Pierce territory.
Well, and I like the screen. Schultz, they've had really good success with that. The couple of times they've run it tonight. He's on the short side of the field right now, though. I think you got to go wide side of the field here.
2nd down. Here's the toss over for Schultz, just out of his reach. He was hit as he was trying to reach for it by Dylan DeHannis. DeHannis has had a good game on the offensive side of the ball. It comes up big there defensively.
Yeah, that's a tough. I mean, I like the route. It's just a tough play to make on the short side of the field because you run out of real estate.
So it's going to be 3rd down here and 10 to go. The ball at the Rossford 30.
Well, the key here for BG, Mick, they've been getting good pressure up front, but when that play breaks down, the secondary has to stay on their men.
Here's the snap. Mahaney over the middle. Almost intercepted. Ooh. The intended receiver there was Davis, but Camp is going to see that one in his nightmares tonight.
6'2", 163 Camp right there. Nice hit. That was the previous play. It's a good size back there, man, for Camp, though, in the defensive backfield. We're going to get a timeout here from Drews Back and Company. 4th and 10.
Yeah, right now they got to worry about getting the first down. As we see, here's the play that we were talking about. That was a couple plays ago. But that's how it's been so far in this drive for Rossford. Close but no cigar. They've got one more shot at it, barring a penalty. They need to get to their own 40 to keep this one going.
Well, and like I said, the key is when the play breaks down, that's where things get tricky, because then it's just backyard football. Bainey has quick feet. He's scrambled outside the pocket a few times tonight. The DBs and the linebackers, I think, have done a pretty exceptional job tonight, save for a couple of plays, and really those touchdowns came in space. So if Bainey scrambles out of the pocket tonight, that's where the communication and your reads, if you're BG on that back end, you got to be on point. We've seen the hookup between Mr. Davis and Bainey. And you got Davis wide side. I got to imagine that's the guy he's going to.
Trips on the right. Here we go. 4th down for the ball game. Bainey being flushed, looking for some help. Flag on the play. He's going to try and run it. Makes a couple of nice moves, but he's going to be brought down. Well, looks like he's got the first down, but it's going to depend on what the penalty is. Let's see what the man in the white cap has to say.
I think it's going to be a block in the back.
Yep, it's coming back. So they'll have to play it again.
Carrillo, if we can get the replay on that one, you could see it when he first scrambles outside of the pocket. He got hit in the back below his, and I think they called it a shot block. He got hit in the knees, but it was definitely below the waist from behind because he was getting pressure on Chase Bainey.
Oh, a heartbreaker there for the Rossford Bulldogs.
Hey, man, don't hold your breath yet. Now watch right here. See number 60 on the left side of your screen?
Right there.
Right there, he got taken down. Good job on the camera work on the far side of the field there.
And Bainey over there.
Mr. Cheatham.
Yep. Well, here we go. They're going to try it again. They need to get it to their own 40-yard line. Bainey's going to get buried. The pass is complete. Now can they get it to the 40? There's some room, but nope. They get taken down at the 20-yard line. And the ball will be turned over on downs and Bowling Green.
And who else was there but Nathan Meyer and Jeremiah Lynch? Those young fellas have played quite an outstanding game tonight. And you know what? If you're Rossford, it's tough. It's a tough loss, but this was one heck of a game, man.
And it was against a heck of a team, so they'll be stung with bit disappointment at the loss, but they have nothing to hang their heads about because they played a whale of a ball game.
Well, and BG has got some great playmakers, and they came back and they responded tonight. You got some guys playing both ways. Both teams made some penalties, and it just came down to the Bobcats making one more big play, and that was a touchdown to close out the game. So it stings if you're Rossford, but what a way to start the season. And last year it was 28-23, and it's 28-25 tonight, so that shows you where both these programs are headed in the future. I can't wait for the rest of the season. This is a great way to start it off.
Absolutely. So 28-25 your final. Bowling Green comes from behind to win it. And, well, this is any indication of what we're in for. Keep it right here on the CW and the Toledo Sports Network, as we're going to have lots of exciting NBC football for you here this season. Well, for my partner, Mike Ballman, and, of course, for our camera crew, our production crew, I'm Nick Gonzalez saying thanks so much for tuning in. We look forward to coming to you from Port Clinton next week, as the Redskins will host the Rossford Bulldogs right here on the Toledo Sports Network High School Football Game of the Week. Good night, everybody.